Today is a very special video. Of course, we all know these emojis things, right? So today they're going to be more than just that. They're going to be characters and maybe even have backstories. As I know myself, things go with me further than they actually should. So watch till the end to know what actually happened. I just wanted to say thank you for almost making me reach 100 subs. 2 months ago, I asked you guys for 3 emojis so I can turn them into a character. And I got 2 responses. So shout out to everybody who gave me these responses and thank you so much for helping me out to create this video. My first step was to redesign this whole character. Of course, so I can do that properly, I drew the 3 emojis that led me to design this character in the first place. That means second step started first off by drawing a simplified version of how I want the character to look like. I started painting to just feel the looks actually changed when I redrew it again. I added a few things that weren't in the old design and I changed the way that his clothes looked because I really didn't like how it looked in the That's how I included all 3 emojis, which is drawing him half cat, half human, adding the plant as his necklace and giving him a traveling bag. And with that we got our first design out of the way because I was really satisfied of how it turned out to look like, even though that it was the first try. The second step for me here when it comes to this video, this process actually, is to create an illustration while I'm narrating the story, this character and how he got here. But first, to create the illustration, we need a little guide of how the drawing is going to look like. I sticked a piece of paper in my next sketchbook page because I didn't want the alcoholic markers to bleed on this page that I'm drawing on currently. So since I still can't find him a name, so we'll call him just Catboy. Catboy was a boy that traveled in his tribe. Cat people were afraid of meeting humans. In the old days, humans used to kill them. So his goal is to change this kind of relationship since humans matured since then and to show them that communication between the two kinds of intelligent creatures is possible. How he's planning to do that is to travel to the human world, bring some of the human cultures to his people to teach them more about humans, since not a lot of his kind go outside to experience the human world. This drawing took me longer than I expected. Honestly, all of the drawings in this video took me a very large amount of time that I didn't expect them to take. I don't know why. By the end of this video, you'll know if it's traditional art or not, because at this point, I'm not really sure. Time for the reveal. This was one of my first traditional paintings in a while, so I don't know what to expect with these next pieces. When I started working on this character design, I already knew what actually to do in this one more than I did with the last one, because I had actually a design idea for this character as well as an idea of the backstory. Unlike the other one, I just had to redesign the thing and try to come up with a backstory. I would say it was a little bit harder for the first one to get myself story on it. I tried my best to make their character designs as simple as possible, as simple as they are, also expressive of their past story or their experiences. Finally, I came up with a name for this character, unlike the last one, and he's called by Alex. I must be so happy to say that this video is sponsored by the like and subscribe button under this video. Didn't already. This actually was the hard part. So I decided to create the illustration traditionally, and here's the reason why. When I drew the last illustration, I realized that it kind of really sucked. I wanted to redraw it again to prove to myself that, hey, your traditional drawing isn't that bad, you know. I realized that I had to put a lot of concentration on this one, more than I usually do digitally. Like it's further more flexible digitally to create art. That's why I have been doing that much more lately. But it was really also fun getting back to draw traditionally because it's not a thing that I do that much. Let me just tell you more about Alex for now. And when Alex was a young child, he was homeless. He met an ice cream man, and this dude used to sell ice cream. So Alex, and he decided to give him a free ice cream offer because he was hungry since he was homeless. He and the ice cream man started being more friends together. He decided to take care of Alex. So when Alex grew up, he would take care of a stranger, just like the ice cream seller did to him. Now, I think the concept of this illustration is furthermore clear. I called her Strawberry. It might kinda seem stupid, but here's the reason why. And of course, it's connected to her backstory. So Strawberry is a girl that grew up with her family in the forest. And when she was young, she used to plant strawberries with her father. And strawberries was her favorite fruit. For some reason, she really liked strawberries so much. So she decided to call herself Strawberry. Her biggest dream was being out of the countryside more and going to visit bigger cities as well as traveling outside of the country she lives in. Catboy, she also wanted to see more of the world, but not as Catboy. Like, he has different points of view. I think that these two characters can be put together in a story because they still have, similar goals, but in different ways. So I think that they can help each other. We're just thinking of putting these three characters together in one story, and let's see if we're going to do that. I think that I need some time to decide. Finally, later on this, and let's continue talking about this character. Into her design and backstory, I tried to make her design and backstory kind of really similar together as well, in a way that also will fit these three emojis that my friend gave me. Like, if she didn't give me these, I wouldn't have had this character. But I had the story idea before I already had the character design. That's why the character design is really heavily inspired from the backstory. Say that this character process or drawing, illustration, sheet, whatever, was the easiest one, to be honest. The best results, but I'm proud of it. Now is a very important time for the history of this video. I finally found the right story for these three characters together, so better watch till the end. It's the story of how they all met. So Cowboy was walking in the forest. He was getting nearer and nearer to the human cities, and then he met Strawberry. Since she lives somewhere near the countryside, she saw him coming from the forest and she realized he wasn't human, so she decided to help. After a while, they became friends, and when she left her father's farm, she decided to go outside with him and see more cities and discover more places. On their way to one of these cities, they met Alex. He was selling some ice cream, and when Alex realized that one of them is not human, he decided that it's time to make a new friend. So after a while, realized that they have a lot of common, so they decided to help each other out on their goals.